Where them green hearts at? I need to see them green hearts in the chat. Come on, y'all. What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? Let me play a song real quick. Hold on one sec. All right, let's get a song going real quick. Let me know if the quality of the music is okay. I need to see the hearts in the chat. Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Nobody is perfect, and I can see that in the mirror. And every time I think of things I've done inside the past, I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky, talk to God, notice the person there. Worried about the pain, even worried about me. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. I've always seen them pass by. So many days, so many bills, I gotta worry about. I don't work every day, so they get paid. Make a child, make friends, different negotiate. I always forget they're subjected to change. Nothing stays the same, things always changing like the seasons. As soon as I get my hopes up, issues start falling down. I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. I'm worried about the things. Babe, what up? Don't gotta worry about social issues. Don't gotta worry about bills too. Well, y'all just came in, spam the hearts in the chat. With you. Listen, I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. About nothing, oh. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Peace, love, health, and well vibe tribe. Like and subscribe to help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Settling Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Understand that when you come here, this is spa day for the soul, right? Chicken noodle soup for the spirit, and Manny and Petty day for the ego. Understand that when you come here, this is a hard hat area, and self development is the construction site. So, with that being said, first thing first, I would like to welcome everybody to the 1111 portal. Remember, this is a number 9 year. 2025 equals the number 9, and we are here, right? 11 months into the ninth. Okay, my bad, y'all. I'm back. Okay, so I apologize about that. Somehow, somewhere, I got kicked off. I just dropped the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up and just hang out with me while I do this, I got a presentation scheduled. Yo, mic check, mic check. Yo, all right. Can I get a mic check before we get out of here? Okay, mic. Okay, I can hear you now. Okay. So, all right. So I got a presentation scheduled for us, but I was initiating everybody into the Vibe Tribe. So peace, love, health, and wealth. Um, Four green hearts. Why do we use them? What do they mean? Okay. Why do we use them? What do they mean? So the four green hearts have very specific meanings here. Okay. So the four green hearts is not just a way to troll, okay, even though it's a healthy way to troll. So four green hearts, what do they mean? Why do we use them? All right. So the four means peace, love, health, and wealth. The number four means law, order, balance, and stability, in which we are wishing you on your life. The number four means law, order. No, I'm sorry. The number four represents the four elements that we must balance to truly be in tune with the fifth. Now, the caveat is that we are the fifth element, and the fifth element is all around us. But we can live a lifestyle that can disconnect or down or weaken or disconnect that connection to the fifth element. If anybody know what the if anybody know what that, can y'all hear me? We still having technical difficulties. All right. If y'all still having problems, try to leave out and come back in. Okay. So the four green hearts. law, order, balance, and stability, peace, love, health, and wealth, in which we wishing you and yours. Um, the four elements, right? Earth, air, fire, water. We balance them out to truly be in tune with spirit. And last but not least, the number four represents the heart chakra in the seventh chakra system. And the color green represents the heart chakra as well. So not only do we use these hearts to greet people, to keep the chat alive, just to spread energy, but we use that to kind of drown out the trolls. I ask people, don't engage with the trolls, just drown them out with green hearts. So as a Reiki master, and I've been initiated into different yoga systems and all of that, right? I understand the power of intention. And so, with that being said, when we use those four green hearts, whether it's here or other channels, whether other people can see, whether other people know what those hearts mean or not, our intention is what matters. And so, when we use those hearts with the proper intention, um, we we spread love and joy, peace, love, health, and wealth, right? And we kind of do it kind of silently, but kind of not, right? And it's very funny because intention is going to be something we're going to talk about a lot. Okay, so intention you have now been initiated into the Vibe Tribe, so that it is you. All right. So if y'all got them emojis, go ahead and drop them in the chat right now. It's time to celebrate. Let's express, and I need to express gratitude for all of you all being here today. Right. So let's get the emojis going and let's go. All right. So I realized all right. It's going. So we should be okay for a while. Can I get an audio check? Yeah, definitely Mercury retrograde. Damn, we down to 3 people in the live. Can we get some hearts in the chat, please? So we get back in the algorithm. All right. So I realized that when I made these slides, I had a very common question that I didn't answer, and I apologize for that. So what I'm going to do real quick is share my screen really quick so I can show you guys something. So Anna asked me a very important question. She said, "Can you explain to me what a portal is?" And I'm so happy she said that because oftentimes us in the spiritual community, we just regurgitate information, and unfortunately we leave a lot of people behind when we do that. So it's always important for people who doing their part in this thing to be able to break things back down to the basics. Okay, so I was having a conversation about with Chat GPT about what I felt the portal was, and I asked Chat GPT to clean up and give me to clean up the explanation so I can explain it to you guys in a way that's I deem is digestible. All right, so can we see the screen? It's probably very small, huh? We probably hey, how you doing? What's up, Brooklyn in the house? Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Texas in the building. Shout out to everybody. If you wanna, you know, shout out to everybody in the building. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see this because StreamYard is doing some new stuff, and I need to make sure that this is seen. I the way it look right here, I don't think. All right, full screen layout. Whoa, this sucks. I don't like this StreamYard. I don't. Why did they do this? Ooh, I don't like this at all, StreamYard. No, I want the presentation. Oh, I don't like this StreamYard. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, so can y'all read that? I didn't know StreamYard was gonna do me like this. Cause then y'all might not be able to see the slides, man. And okay, she said we're not a hawk. Yeah, so I didn't know that StreamYard did this with the. It's been a while since I've been on StreamYard. Oh, they got sound effects now. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, shout out to StreamYard. All right, so I didn't know that they did this orientation thing, and I can't change it. So y'all gonna have to bear with me on this, okay? All right, but we can't. All right, we got to get the. I can't. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome in, everybody. Peace, love, health, and wealth. What's up? K Pasa, Namaskaram. Um, and I can't change the orientation at all whatsoever. Oh, this sucks, StreamYard. I know what I can do. Aha, see? I'm happy I was working on that crown chakra. All right, so I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop this. Oh no, we don't want to do that. All right, so let's stop sharing the screen. All right, so I'm just going to use the bag up real quick. All right, let me switch the camera before I turn it on so y'all won't see my face. All right, so I just wanted y'all to get a visual representation on what I'm about to say real quick. All right, let me get this on the solo layout. All right, boom. Y'all should be able to see something. Now y'all seeing the behind the scenes work. All right. So when we talking about an energetic portal, right? When we talking about an energetic portal, but we got to realize that all the time, right? There is energetic portals, and if you think about what a portal is, it's kind of like to transfer something from one thing to another. And us as spiritual people, we already know about alchemy, transmutation, and all of that. So, I was gonna go off the head, but I read this. All right. So okay. So when we talk about a portal, we're really talking about an energetic window of alignment. All right. Every single day, the date carries a very specific numerical vibration. All right. And numbers are the energy. So if you're not really into numerology, then a lot of these 1111s and all of that stuff, 1212s won't make sense. All right, maybe we could do a basic numerology class. I just need to know about the interest. All right. So when you see repeating numbers like 1111, it's not random. It's a moment where energy is amplified. 1 second. I got a question for the chat. How do the great divine speak? How do the universe speak to us? How do God speak to us? How do the subconscious speak to us? Well, whatever you choose, whatever you choose to say, you got to remember that they speak through us through signs and symbols, right? So letters and numbers ain't nothing but what is it called? Pictographs, or what is it called? Sigils. Letters ain't nothing but sigils. Numbers ain't nothing but sigils, okay? So a portal day is what we're celebrating right now, is when, or like your birthday is a portal, right? Day, right? All of these holidays are portal days, right? It's very specific days with very specific intention. All right. So a portal day is when the vibration of those numbers open up a kind of energetic gateway to align, release, and manifest more intentionally. It's like the universe saying, hey, the veil is thin today. Let's move with some energy. So, what do we mean by the veil is thin? Where our auras and everything like that, the earth's aura, the sun's aura, creates protection around it. And when we say the veil is thin, that means that energetically speaking, ions, electrons, all of that is not normally where the levels are not as normal, right? So your aura is a little bit thinner than usual, right? So now the 1111 portal technically opens up at midnight, 12 a.m., which was this morning, right? I had these slides and everything ready to go last night. I apologize, y'all. Um, and it stays active for a full 24 hours, but that doesn't mean that the energy doesn't linger. It's all about your attentions, okay? So remember that the energy can be felt for a few days after, right? You could tell they took my talking points. So if you've been feeling emotional, if you've been feeling like your emotions have been heightened, if you've been feeling irritable, if you've just been feeling like something's off, something's not right, we're going to talk about that later on. All right. So the portal energy is moving through you right now. So if you feel like anything like just out of the blue randomly, I always tell people check the cosmos, see what's going in retrograde, see what's going direct. What's up, Bright? Yes, I'm catching up to the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. So yeah, so if you've been anytime where you feel irritable, where you feel uncertain about things, you just feel like whatever, always check the alignments, right? Always check the alignments. All right. So I'm sorry if y'all not gonna be able to see this. Of course, I didn't know that this was going to do this in this orientation. Saturn, yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna talk. Yeah, that's funny. You hit that on the nose. All right. So here we go. Is there no way I can make a full screen on mine? All right. So I apologize again if we can't make it as big as possible. Next, I know better for next time. Okay. So 1111 Portal live presentation. Welcome you all to the 1111 Portal live presentation here at Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. All right. So in specific, this 1111 portal is going to be an emotional reset portal, cosmic event or portal event, but cosmic event is what we call. As an astrophysicist, I am in the industry, so I'm sorry if I use some jargon that you might not be familiar with. All right, so let's understand 1111. All right, and let's understand the number 11. So the number 11 is a master number, of intuition, awakening, and spiritual mastery. All right. So the number one double is considered a master number, in which in numerology we don't combine and reduce these numbers. We leave them as standalone numbers. Okay. So if the number one carries the energy of new beginnings, well, let's just say new beginnings, especially right here in this case. If the number one carries the energy of new beginnings, then when you double that down, you get all types of fun, right? So what happens when you get, and we're not going to do the 22 or 2222, even though that's my number, right? If y'all know, do y'all know? So 1111 is a divine alignment portal heightened for intuition and manifestation. All right. So repeat after me. I am aligned with divine timing and higher truth. I am aligned with divine timing and higher truth. Okay. So what is the 1111 portal? It's an emotional reset. All right. Every year, the different 1111 days are going to carry different energies, but that doesn't mean that you can't uh set your own intentions. Where you could just ride the wave of the cosmos and follow their lead, or you can do with your own thing. Okay. So remember that. All right. This is not spiritual. Certain levels of spirituality is not like religion, where whereas you have to do things a certain way. Where we understand that spiritualists is that we create the religion and we do things our way, and we don't feel guilty if we miss a step or skip a step, because we got our peace, love, health, and wealth, our intentions in mind. Okay. So let's look at the energies from the cosmos, especially that's going to be influencing the 1111 portal. Because remember, cosmos or the planetary bodies is not outer space, right? We are all in space. So the planetary brothers and sisters are just one big happy family. They're not separate from us as if a totally different thing. They're just like cousins or brothers, where we're come from the same source but slightly different. All right. So Jupiter is in retrograde right now in Cancer, and the energy of that is expansion and emotional healing. Mercury is also or like spiritual rest stops for recalibration. All right. When the planetary bodies go backwards in the sky, they leave a little stardust for us, and it influences our planet a whole lot, right?
So, what are we being called to work on? A lot of people are saying, like, KP, what am I working on right now? KP, what do I need to do? KP, I feel like this and I feel like that, but I just don't understand what I'm doing. So, what I want to do today like the cosmos is water in the ground, and it's the perfect temperature and everything for us to plant seeds of things that we want to see. All right. So the three reads: redefine your security. So again, if you've been feeling off kilter, if you've been feeling uncertain, stuff like that, it's time to get grounded. All right. This 1111 portal is perfect for grounding, recalibration, etc. Rewrite your story. Science says that we only going to remember about 30% of anything out of our whole life. And so with that being said, we will have bits and pieces of our memory there. And the beautiful thing is, because of our prefrontal cortex, we can rewrite history. Yes, we can rewrite history. So if you was beaten and mangled as a child, then you can rewrite that story. And then so the people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances that you come across, I'm sorry, will configure to the story that you tell yourself. I always tell people, be careful about the stories that you tell about the past, because it's going to dictate the future that you will experience. If you want, we can do a live on that on another day. All right. And you have to receive your guidance. So when you feel unsafe and unsecure, when other people dictate your story, you tend to lose your path, right? You tend to lose that connection with the divine, your higher self, the subconscious, whatever you want to call it, right? And when you get these three reads in order, each step is going to shift you from survival mode to spiritual sovereignty, where you get to dictate the people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances as much as possible. Remember, we are co creators on this planet, and this planet is a canvas. And we all have a, how can you say this? We all have an opportunity to leave our energetic signature here, right? On that canvas. All right. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the three reads. Okay. The first one is redefine your foundational security. So remember, Jupiter is retrograde and Cancer. So this equals reprogramming fear-based security. All right. So that means that anything that you have a blockage, I want a new job, but I'm scared that somebody is going to rob them as soon as I get there. I want a boyfriend, but I'm scared he's going to cheat. I want to go to McDonald's, but I'm scared the fries going to be cold. Whatever you are fearful of, whatever you don't want to happen in your life, when you focus on the things that you don't want to happen, you tend to reprogram yourself to negative frequencies, so to speak, aka demons, aka negative thought forms or thought patterns. And when you do that, you need to just hit a reset button, what I like to call a manual reset, right? If you subscribe to my coaching, we get into that. And when you do a manual reset, you reprogram those fear based thought patterns, and it's going to reground you and give you a sense of security. It's going to close your aura up so you won't be leaking data, right? Number two, security is a frequency, not a condition. All right. So I always talk about non-negotiables, right? Us spiritual people, well, people in general, but us spiritual people got to have what's called non-negotiables. These non-negotiables are things that no matter who we meet, no matter where we go, no matter what we do, these things will not change. Because remember, what you frequent is your frequency. So if I go to the bar every day, you will say I'm a drunk. If I go to the library every day, you will say I'm a bookworm. because I frequent those places, that is the vibratory frequency that I operate on. Okay. So I like to demystify some of these terms like frequency. So again, this word condition can be used in a bunch of different contexts. So I'm gonna try to mix them together and explain them really quick. So remember that security is non-negotiable. So that means that it doesn't matter if you go to the store at midnight, you are going to be safe no matter what. I am safe. I'm going to go to the store today and I am safe. I'm going to go take a poop and I am safe. I'm going to go to the bank today and I am safe. You being safe should not be contingent on a condition, not at all, not whatsoever. Your safety or your security is not negotiable no matter the people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances you encounter. So, how do we recalibrate our security? We can meet our inner child. How do we do that? For one, meditating, right? My guru say meditate, right? If you need questions, if you have questions about how to meditate, maybe right now is not the time, but you could definitely hit me up for a free consultation. All right. I am my own safe harbor. So, really quick, the reason why this affirmation works because it reiterates what we just said, which was that no matter who, what, when, where, or why, or where we go, our safety is not contingent on conditions, meaning variables, meaning people, places, and things. All right. Even if I go, I don't know, to the police station, right? I won't go to jail. I'll be safe, right? Whatever you fearful of, reaffirm your security. All right. Number 2, rewrite your inner story. Mercury retrograde is here to help you rewrite your story. And how do Mercury do that? By helping you release outdated mental loops. So as you can see, these two things kind of link together, but let's go a little bit deeper. Okay. So when you rewrite your story, you got to recognize, release, and rewrite the story in total. The reason why releasing and rewriting is important is because if you don't release and rewrite what you know to be true, then you still going to identify with the old story. Okay. So let's just say somebody stole $1 from you. All right. What you want to do is override that memory with something positive. Say, yeah, that person stole from me, but I'm going to get it back tenfold. Or say, maybe that person didn't steal from me, maybe it was just lost. Or I lose things all the time, but not no more. I'm stopping from here on out. But you want to change the narrative. You want to identify and recognize the thought patterns that's being repeated when you're talking to yourself. Okay. So an affirmation to help you with rewriting your inner story is, I am the author of my own story. Eminem said, I am whatever you say I am. What if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? Right. So that means that if you said KP was ugly and I agreed, then I was ugly because I agreed. But if I don't agree, then that's just your opinion and you can keep it walking. And I hope you walk it like you talk it. Right. So number 3, receive your guidance, right? When you recalibrate and rebalance, you tend to course correct or shift paths or whatever catchphrases that they want to use, right? I feel like I need to check the chat, but I'll check it in a second, okay? So number 3, receive your guidance. The veil is thin right now, so the intuition is going to speak loud. Oftentimes you hear spiritual people say sometimes your intuition can be confused with irrational fears. All right. Of course, you always question irrational fears. Right now, if you question irrational fears, you should get answers better and faster. And if this is intuition and not an irrational fear, just be prepared for anything at any time. Okay. This receiving your guidance is going to allow you to shift from being a beggar to being a person who moves things on their behalf. So shift from asking to allowing. So if you want something and it's in alignment with you, the only thing you got to do is just not get in the way. You ever heard a guy is God talk where you say, that guy really talked himself out of the, you know what? I know girls say that too. Like, girl, he had ugly teeth and he just kept smiling and he just talked himself right out of this good, right, ladies? Or, he was cool at first and his personality and he just talked it. Well, you can talk yourself out of your manifestations. You could talk yourself out of your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, right? Um, Stepping outside of your own way, trusting your intuition. Once you question and you get that answer, you follow that first mind and say, okay, I just thought about this. Something feels weird about such and such and such and such. Let's see if I can get a third dimensional confirmation. And then once you do that, you sit back and allow the answers to come to you. All right. And you got to understand that nature is always very forgiving. Mother Nature, the great divine, is always forgiving. So you can sit back and trust your intuition because you know everything is going to lead you to prosperity. Right. Naturally, our subconscious moves us towards pleasure and moves us away from danger. That's naturally how our subconscious work without us even thinking about it. Okay. So, how do you enact this receiving guidance? All right, from God, from your spirit guides, whatever. Automatic writing. All right, automatic writing is when you sit down and you don't really follow a particular set of rules. You just get an idea, a prompt, or even just freestyle and just write. Okay. So automatic writing with a prompt would be you ask yourself a question: what does my higher self need me to know right now? And you just sit there and deep breathe, sit there in silence, and you just start writing. So one thing that can help you with this exercise is put yourself in the future tense, and you ask yourself, if I was 100% successful, let's just say a year from now, what would I tell my old self, right? And you just try your best to put a different perspective on and just tell yourself whatever. Hey, you really need to be more disciplined. Hey, you need to stop eating candy in the middle of the night. Hey, leave the chocolate, whatever, right? So one more affirmation: I am open and receptive to divine guidance. I am open and receptive to divine guidance. I am open and receptive to divine guidance. Shout out to everybody who stuck with me this far. We are almost done. Okay. So the portal is open now. You got to remember that you have cleared emotional debris and opened up your intuitive channel. Only thing you got to do is remember that you can't let old memories of people, places, and things disrupt the new channels that you're clearing today. Even just you being alive and being present and you putting energy and focus on 1111 is going to benefit in your favor. Again, don't let negative thought forms take over. Those are called demons and all of that. Don't let them take over, right? I need you to be gentle for the next 48 hours while the new energy is integrating. Okay. So what do that mean? Eat light, drink plenty of water, avoid pop, avoid juice that's not 100%, avoid juice that has added sugar. All right. If it don't have any added sugar, that's okay. Right. But no pop with artificial sugars. If you can skip breakfast, get break your fast with light protein like a chicken breast, something like that. Light protein, no fat. Okay. And then 15 to 30 minutes later, then you can eat a full meal, but don't force yourself. Other things to do: go to bed early if you can, or whatever time that you go to bed on time or early, right? If you got off days, sleep in a little bit. All right. Be gentle on yourself. What you think, what you put in your body, what you see on TV, everything. Be gentle with yourself for the next 48 hours, okay? And repeat this affirmation daily. I am aligned, whole, and ready to receive my divine timeline. So, really, what we want to do is just slightly alter the people, places, and things that we see versus manifesting a whole new reality. Okay. Sometimes that can get kind of messy. And I think we run out of reset buttons, right? Don't you know they say bags fly free? You want to get away, right? So, in closing, I want to thank everybody for joining Sacred Self Healing Center's 1111 portal here live. Um, to really, really, really bring this energy into play. You can comment your biggest aha moment that you had recently. All right. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. And you must remember that you are your own healer and safe harbor. As a Reiki master, I understand that I can't heal people per se. I can give you tips. I can facilitate attunement or healing quote unquote session, right? But because of things like I'm about to say osteoporosis, I don't know who dealing with osteoporosis, but we need to hit me up, all right? But if you've been feeling sore, achy bones and joints, hit me up, y'all. So I just channeled that for somebody. Homie, because of homeostasis, our body is always looking to create balance. So that's why a lot of the spiritual community always talking about balance, balance, beloved, because our body is always looking to create balance. And if we can operate on a frequency of balance, then guess what? Then if we will consciously assist our body with creating that balance. All right. I walk in divine alignment and love. Okay. I walk in divine alignment with love. All right. So we've been on this thing for 49 minutes and it is now a wrap. So let me go ahead and get in tune with it. Let me see what's going on in the chat. All right. So I see a couple people left. It's okay. I appreciate everybody who did stop through. All right. So let's see. I am who I am because you reprogram the negative to positive. The power of the mind. So let me ask you a question, Marta Ferry. You seem very intelligent. Who do we give the power to? If we have the power to reprogram our mind, is that something that's within us, meaning a part of the cardinal fleshly physical body, or is this fifth, sixth, seven, or higher dimensional power to create new neural synapses and to rewrite the brain? Is that a fleshly, earthly power, or is that something from above? Right? That's like a self-fixing car, right? Uh Anna KP, what Anna KP? What happened? Look at all the green hearts. Yeah, where is Moon? Y'all only came here for Moon, right? Moon said she had to go get her niece or something like that. I want to do a master class on fairies, man, to be honest with you, because I've been low key. I think I like to think. I ain't gonna say that. Anna, maybe one day. I'm not sure yet. And that. Thank you for your support. Thank you, KP. You're welcome. KP, is that sugar box in your hands? Huh? What? You talk about candy? Marta Ferry, where is you from? Because you don't speak English. You don't type. I've been noticing that you don't speak English like other people. Where are you from? Marta Ferry, try sitting down and closing your eyes and draw. I am not very intelligent. That's just my Mercury and Aries. What do Mercury and Aries mean? I don't know what that means. Dimensional power. Hmm. You said that's dimensional power. That's a very good answer. That's a very good answer. So I like to think, based off of some of the research that I've learned, I've done. I'm from Europe, the Balkan. I heard of Balkan before, but I can't picture it right now. Based on what I learned, that at least comes from the fifth dimension or higher. Thinking is a fifth dimensional thing where our thoughts, is like our brain is like an antenna, and I don't know because I hear two different theories, and I got one that is kind of, yeah, I can tell. I might not speak very good English because but I could definitely tell for sure. I speak a couple different languages, but people believe that's a fifth dimensional or higher principle for us to be able to think, come up with a game plan, and rewrite the neural synapses of our brain. All right, so if anybody haven't signed up for StreamYard yet, hit that link in the chat, and yeah, we can do it. So I don't want to make this live. I don't want to make this live too long at all because I want people to actually click on it and get something from it, and they're not gonna click on it if it's too long. So are we going to somebody else's channel to raid? What we doing? Am I going live again? In a few, I probably need to take a break. But yeah, though, what we doing, y'all? She was a fairy. All right. The first one comment got to donate. Oh, look, somebody just commented. All right. I'll be waiting. You want me to go to her channel? Oh. I probably actually need to take a nap and I'll probably go live a little bit later. All right, so I'll say this: hit me up, y'all, in the comments or something like that. I have my YouTube open, so I'll be able to see everything. But I'm about to go ahead and shut this one down. I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you to all the master teachers. I want to say thank you to all the master students, and I want to say thank you to everybody who supported in the past, and everybody supporting now, and everybody who supported in the future. And I want to say thank you. And I want to say that I love you. And I wish everybody peace, love, health, and wealth. So I say something normally, and I'm gonna say it here. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. And I wouldn't rather be nowhere else doing anything else but what I'm doing right here, right now. And with that being said, if you know what I'm about to say it with me. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because I ain't buying it. KP, my third language. I speak more languages. Oh yeah, I saw that. My bad. I be talking so much. I be seeing the comments, but I be forgetting. But yeah, so I love to catch up with you, Fair. You seem pretty smart and pretty cool down to earth. So I love to get to know you. You tell me about your languages or whatever, or sometime at another date. So make sure you come back. All right. And in the future, man, anybody want to know anything about me? Y'all, all right. So real quick, I know a lot of people. I got to do a commercial. All right, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. My name is KP. I recently just turned 35. I'm a Scorpio. I like long walks on the beach and puppy toes. Yeah, I think puppy toes are cute. So I'm not married. I don't have any babies. What else you want to know about me? I'm single. I think I'm single. I don't know. These days, who knows, right? I'm not even gonna say nothing about being single because I don't want to talk about it. About KP, 35. I'm a Reiki master, tarot reader extraordinaire. They call me tarot reader extraordinaire. I never heard that name before. I feel like Trump when they call me that. Who knows, right? Let's see. I'm a tarot reader. I'm a certified life coach. I like to call myself a holistic life coach. Um, I'm a Reiki master and ordained minister and so much more. So with that being said, hey, that sound good. That sound good to me. I know a little bit of Turkish. I know a little bit of Arabic. I know a little bit of Spanish. I know a little bit of Swahili. Am I missing anything? I don't know. A little bit of Japanese as a Reiki master. I'm starting to get into Japanese a little bit more. So yeah, man, I love languages. I love languages. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I love languages. So I think my second language will probably be either I would probably say Spanish, and then probably third probably be Swahili. But yeah, anyways, uh somebody need to teach me the language of donations. That's what I need. But with that, but yeah, though. But yeah, if you want a free consultation, hit me up, email me, text me. Just don't call me when I'm on live. If you want to inquire about a Reiki session, all most, if not most of my services is donation based. If you want a flat rate for an energy exchange, I appreciate that in advance, and I will be able to do that. All right, I will be able to do that, but my services in private are donation based because this is a faith based organization. This is a faith based organization. Also, if you are here because of Love Oracle Anna, sign up for our joint tarot class. All right, me and Anna is going to be doing a tarot class. And if you are signing up, if you are here because of Moon, then hit up Moon. I'm gonna do 5 free slots for the tarot class, and then after that, you got to make a small donation to be added to the list. Any donation is fine. I ask for you to just be generous, as generous as possible, because my tarot. Because not only do I do the tarot class, but I also do included in the class. You learn about tarot. You learn a little bit about other divination systems. You learn how to tap into the spiritual realm or the subconscious or the clairs. You get coaching from me. You get tarot coaching. You get business coaching for a nonprofit faith-based organization. Um, Life coaching, everything. So really, you get really over 2,000. Is valued at over $2,000. My tarot class is valued at over $2,000, but I will be doing donation based. All right. So make sure y'all get with y'all favorite readers, because I will be working with some of y'all favorite readers on YouTube to do tarot classes. And yeah, so like I said, thank you, Nightbot, the #1 moderator in the world. Pretty soon y'all should be seeing my donation and contact information. If you would like to receive the serene healing vibes of the beautiful GLED 7 with music and art and love, make sure you click the link and follow. Also, if you want to get some oracle done, make sure you follow the beautiful LOA at loveoracleanna.com world premiere /OnlyFans. With that being said, I'm about to go live on OnlyFans with the Naked After Party, and I'll see y'all there. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because I ain't buying it. And you better not either. Peace, love, health, wealth, and hair grease. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Bye-bye.